Hi, Empress Justice here. If you'd like to check out daily readings, you can check them out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. They're all uploaded. I haven't been sleeping well, so basically whilst I was up, just decided to do the readings then. So everything's uploaded, everything's there. I haven't been sleeping very well, but it's actually got more to do with the fact that I'm up all night using the internet more than anything else. I'm certainly not losing any sleep over this hit shit, which is surprising to me as it is to everyone else. It's just, for me, I'm trying to think about the most practical way around this. Because the first thing is, these people cannot be allowed to run rampant. Because it's not just people like that. This is the thing. Gang stalking is filled with people who do things that are wrong, and they'll kind of needle you into reacting back, and then when you do and they can't handle the potential consequences of that, then they'll kind of bring in other people, or they'll bring in an army of people, or they'll bring in flying monkeys or something like that to kind of back them up. People like this are dangerous, because the thing is that it's one thing for me to... This is the thing. These people have been calling me dangerous, saying that... I'm thinking, no. The thing with me is that if you come after me, unless my life is in danger, I'm not going to involve other people in it. I'm just not going to do it. Unless it's a gang stalking situation, or unless I feel like my life is in danger... You can literally ask anybody who knows me. I'm not going to talk shit behind your back unless there's something important to be said. Do you understand? I'm not going to fucking do it. So with me, it's like, I've been kind of talking about how, I don't know, if you want to bring a fight, I'll bring war. Yeah, I've been talking about that, but there's a difference with me. I avenge what's actually been done to me. I don't try to avenge anything that I've done wrong. But these people will avenge their own wrongdoing. I don't understand that. And this is the thing. If they're willing to go to these lengths over me, then they're not going to stop with me. They're not going to stop with me. This is not going to stop with me. If they're willing to go to these lengths, then I guarantee it's not going to stop with me. It's going to keep going. They're going to do this to other people. Imagine hearing that you're going to get your ass beat and run into someone else, and that person immediately thinks about killing. And not even thinks about killing, like literally either contemplates ordering a hit on you or orders a hit on you. And by the way, I still don't know what's going on there, because these people are trying to keep everything hush-hush and low-key. And to me, that rings alarm bells. Because if they're trying to be all hush-hush around me and trying to make sure everything's as private as possible, then that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. So what I'm trying to think about is, if there is a hit on me, then it hasn't been called off. I know it hasn't been called off. So now I'm trying to think about how all this shit can stop. I'm trying to think about how all this shit can stop, because it's not going to stop with me. How can all this shit stop in a way that's not going to escalate the situation, in a way that's not going to get other people hurt? How do I do that? Because if I decide to retaliate, bear in mind, I'm on my own in a figurative sense only. I mean, when it comes to gang stalking, my family won't believe me, or what, nobody will believe me. But I do have support. And if I decide to retaliate, or I decide to kind of block what's going on, then it turns into a whole other thing, and other people will end up getting hurt. And I do not want that. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want that for anybody. I don't like, it's all right. It's one thing to come after me. I made up my mind a long time ago that I was going to sacrifice myself for the truth anyway. So if these people want to come, they can come get me. I don't give a shit. But it's just, this has to stop. This has to stop. And the thing that worries me is that, again, there's a 50% chance that a hit might have been ordered on me. My worry is that it's not going to stop with me. That's my worry. That's my worry. My worry is it's not going to stop with me. That's what I'm worried about. Like, it's like, let the chips fall where they may. Clearly, I pissed off the wrong people. It happens, right? But my worry is how other people are going to be affected. And it's made me realize I can't leave. I can't leave. It's one thing if the landlords want me out. It's one thing if they want me out. I wouldn't blame them for wanting me out. I'm probably, not even probably, I've been extremely difficult when it comes to them. I don't like them. They don't like me. So if they want to get rid of me, then I get it. But it just means that the target is moving. I'm still a target. I'm still a target. This shit is not going to end just because I've moved. And the thing is, even if these people don't know where I live, like, immediately, motherfucker will find me. You understand? They will find me. So I have to think about, but then again, the Woodingdeans, like, it's got hella kids and hella old people. And then on top of that, there are other people living around this building who might be involved, like, oh, God, this is a fucking mess. Just because you don't want to get slapped, this is a fucking... Why open your mouth in the first place? Jesus. I'm willing to bring war in defense of people who are sitting ducks and who cannot defend themselves. That's what I'm willing to declare war for. These people want to bring war over consequences that they should have just taken on the chin. Just take the consequences on the chin. Why'd you have to do all this? And the older boy's gone back to school, and that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what he says to the kids next in order to cover up his family's crap. It's just a whole other thing. It's just a whole other thing. Like, it's like there's no way to hurt me without involving other people. There's no way. It's like there's no way to do it. That's the part that annoys me. That's the part that pisses me off. It's like there's no way to hurt me without dragging other people into it. You should have just taken the licks. You should have just taken the licks. You should have just taken the licks. You didn't have to do this. You should have just taken the fucking licks. Would have been different if you'd have said one thing one time, but this has been 5 or 6 months. Take the licks. Take the fucking licks. And let it go. Because it's more humane that way. You keep it between us. It's more humane that way. Keep it between me and the fucking adults. And even then, they would have outnumbered me. You could have just kept it there. You could have just kept it there, but no. You see, that's why your mouth is so reckless, because you and your narcissistic ass, you'll have a whole army behind you in order to get out of the consequences of the actions that you brought on. I see it all the time. And fuck alone knows how many collaborators in your crimes there are around this village already. There's a reason why mental health won't get involved. And the reason why mental health won't get involved is because they know I'm telling the truth and they don't want any smoke. They don't want to be, when all is said and done, they don't want to be responsible for being involved in coercive murder. They don't want to be involved in that shit. That's why they kept a wide berth from me. You should have just taken the licks, man. This is ridiculous. You should have just taken it. You should have just taken it. Would have been more humane. Now I'm trying to think. They'll come after me. Let them come after me. Made up a mind to, like, I'll happily die for the cause of fucking, freedom for gang stalkers, I'm a willing sacrifice, and that adds power. It adds power to our cause. It adds power to our cause. So I'm okay with that. It's just how to minimize impact. That's what I'm worried about, how to minimize it. Because no, me, I'm gonna try to fight back or something. That's just how to minimize impact. Just how to minimize everything. That's the thing that I'm having trouble with. How am I going to minimize it? The only reason I'm telling you guys, or I'm telling the public, is so that people can understand exactly how bad gang stalking gets. Certainly not doing it to try and save my own life. But it gets this bad. But this isn't even the worst it can get. Do you understand what I mean? This isn't even the worst it can get. Right now, what I'm looking at is a 50% chance that there's a hit on me. I know two things. First thing is, a male voice said we got a killer. Second of all, that whole family are engaged in hushed tones. Those are two red flags right there. Because when I said my shit, I said, oh, I'm gonna be a murderer. I'm gonna kill some people. Like, I said it right in earshot. So you know that shit was out of anger. And you know I wasn't about to make good on that shit. Beat somebody's ass? Hell yeah. But not kill. Not over that. So those are two red flags. There's nothing bad going on. Why are you speaking in hushed tones and walking around trying to speak in private? What's there to speak in private about if there's no hit on me? Or if there's no attempts being made on my life? What are the hushed tones for? But I need a practical solution to this problem. The first thing that I'm looking for is that these people need to be stopped. The second thing is that if I'm going to get hurt, it has to stop with me. This can't go on. This cannot go on. But anyway, I gotta go. Can't think of anything more to say, but I'm going to continue to rest up. Hopefully, the additional sleep will help me come up with new ideas or what have you. Forgive me, everyone, but I'm going to keep most of of course, I'm going to keep most of this shit to my chest. But you'll get the gist, But anyway, I gotta go. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I just don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I'm just praying that nobody else gets hurt. I just don't want anybody else to get hurt because of this fucking family. because of these fucking hellspawn. I don't want anybody else to get hurt because of them. Anyway, I gotta go. Take care. Bye-bye.